I am greater than Accra, sir. I miss you.
Yeah.
Now,
That's good to hear.
now the back and forth with UTV and the New Patriotic Party. What are your
Yeah.
initial thoughts about the letter that was written, the reaction of a panelist on the show, and then the subsequent invasion of the studio by some members of the party? The party has disassociated itself from them, but it did happen indeed. What will be your initial reaction, sir?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I think the whole thing was unfortunate. Actually, the entire thing that happened at the time was quite unfortunate, given the fact that it involves a top political party like the NPP. The invasion was a despicable act. It can be condemned in all certain terms, I would say. But looking at what happened, what happened before the invasion, let's take it from that end. A plus telling the paper, that communique live on TV also sure wasn't the best. As far as that's my opinion. Well, yeah, freedom of speech, freedom of action, everything granted. He can defend himself by doing what he did. But I think that the media also have the responsibility to really check certain things because we are all aware that this country is polarized in terms of, party, NPP, NDC. And so if you are a media station and you profess to be neutral, what happens is that you have viewership that come from both sides of the political divide. And so if something happens and some of your viewership and the members of your viewership, realize that it didn't go well, then you, the media station, you have the responsibility to hold certain things in check. So I thought that UTV could have reined in a little bit the actions of A plus. But again, A plus also thought that he had the right to do whatever he did. But back and forth, I think it was a very despicable act by those who invaded the premises of UTV.
I see. Do you say, for example, that the media brought this upon themselves when they allowed for political parties to empanel who they so wish on their programs?
Come again, please.
Would you say that media houses brought this upon themselves the day they began allowing political parties to decide who appears in their name onto their programs?
Well, they have the freedom to choose whoever want to be. Allow those who want to be there. But again, like you are saying, sometimes you have to bear the consequence of certain actions that you take. Because once the program assumes a certain dimension in terms of politics, then it becomes quite combustible in the sense that, like I said earlier on, this country is sharply divided, especially between NPP and NDC. And so whatever action you take, you may be branded as belonging to Party A or Party B. And that is why I'm saying that you have the responsibility to rein in certain things in order not for you to be branded as, belonging to a party, particular party or the other one. And so to some extent, let me choose my words carefully, to some extent, I think the media people also are bringing this upon themselves. They have to sit up and then make sure that things are well streamlined, especially 2024 is just at the doorstep. And it could be uglier than what happened. So we have a responsibility as media people to make sure that things are really done in perspective.
There were concerns raised in the letter signed by Mr. William Yamoa, who is the Director of Finance and Administration at the NPP, suggesting that the party leadership had directed him to write to the station to, one, reform the United Showbiz program because it had taken a political turn. Again, was that in good taste?
No. I think, well, they have the right to say what they said, but it wasn't in good taste at all because you cannot, as a party, dictate to a media house what they're supposed to do. They also have the right to let things flow according to their own ethics of their, programming. So it wasn't in good taste. I don't agree.
Now, this has generated a lot of controversy, particularly because the episode that may have brought this letter out was asking for the manifesto promises of the New Patriotic Party to be fulfilled. The party still insists that it has to be an entertainment program. Where do we draw the fine line in terms of policy and also the hard stuff? Should it all be laughter and comedy and music when it comes to entertainment shows?
No, the party doesn't have the right to dictate to the media house what to be the content of their program. I don't think so. But we all know that that particular program is basically an entertainment program. But it cannot always be. Sometimes within the circles of entertainment, there will be aspects of politics. But that is where the producers, those who are managing the program, will have to draw the line so that you don't cross a certain boundary when it's entering too deep into the arena of politics. So I don't think any political party has the right to dictate or to tell the media house exactly what they're supposed to do. But again, I come back to that media people have the responsibility to find things so that it doesn't go, beyond a certain direction.
So do I get a sense from you that if it's an entertainment program, then issues about policy, about laws that affect entertainment people, and the hard stuff cannot be discussed on it? Is that the indication I get from you?
Hello, John.
Yes. So I'm asking, Doc, if it's an entertainment program, does that suggest that issues of the laws that affect the arts and entertainment industry, also policies that are announced by various political parties, may not be discussed in full detail as will be done on news and current affairs programs?
Oh, okay, I get you now. Yes, if it is absolutely an entertainment program, like I said earlier on, you may not dodge certain things that emanate from the political arena. Of course, that one cannot overlook that. But we need to define the boundaries. Entertainment program should be quite entertainment. But again, looking at Ghana, what happens? Politics is what we do every day. You may have a little bit of policy. It could be discussed, but that should be different from a typical political show where everyone knows that this is a political show, and for that matter, it can go at every length in terms of the hard stuff of politics. So we need to draw the line. We need to draw the line between what is supposed to be discussed. And because I'm from the media, I am speaking from that angle that it is forced on us as media practitioners to really draw the line so that we don't really mess things up.
Do you think that the party should have written to the National Media Commission instead to register their displeasure, as opposed to writing to the station directly, which then later came into the possession of A+ and they had to tear it on live TV?
Yes, I agree. I think that's what to do because there are channels, but they chose to go the other direction. But if you really want to make your case, then you have to go to the right channel, which unfortunately they didn't do.
Dr. Ezwa, thank you very much indeed for your time this morning. We're grateful.
Hello?
Doc, we're grateful for your time.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
For having me.
And that's Dr. Paul Ezwa. He's the head of media studies at the University of Media Arts and Communication, GIJ.
Freedom. Freedom. Freedom.